like it's the end of the race. How Sheldon Creed right there on the bottom, the blue and pink car. His tire following. He's looking in the second lane, the 00 to move forward.
Taylor Ray tried to follow him there. Now he's giving up on it, maybe, but this is what we're going to see is who's willing to drop down. Speaking of dropping down, the bottom there.
Wow, he's almost drawing an elite company. Look at that.
It's getting up there.
This really puts in perspective how good he is at this style of racing.
Yeah,
Likely, unless something crazy happens, he's going to go to number 2 on the list and jump in front of Dale Jr.
Yeah, and the guy that you see second on the list, Dale Jr., I lived the era that Dale Jr. won every plate race that we went to, super speedway race, and everybody did the same thing they're doing with Austin Hill. It was annoying. You're like, stop following him. He's the fastest car. But what makes this so powerful is that it's pretty rare that you get one of the best drivers to also have the best car. And Austin Hill's one of the best drivers, and he's in one of the fastest cars, and he's able to capitalize on it.
Nick Sanchez dropped to the bottom. They're trying to get rid of Ryan Sieg and Austin Hill to force them into just being in a position they don't want to be. Get that run moving. Here comes Jet Burton to the bottom with a big run.
Jet Burton's had a great day. 4th in the opening stage, and here he is again, putting himself in position. Going to be 3 laps to go. Stage 2 this time around.
Yeah, and Austin Hill's going to have his hands a little bit busier right here than it was at the end of stage 1. We've already got this bottom line 48 can maybe pull down and try to get in front of Jet Burton as they go into turn 1. When you go to the bottom, the distance is so much shorter that you make up some ground temporarily, but then you lose it with the momentum on that exit of the run. Look at how loose the 48 car was right there on the entry.
They're all moving around in time. These cars are wiggling all over the place. They're driving really hard right now throughout the field. They're sliding around and moving around on the exit of the corners. You just see each car is not handling like they want.
Yeah, this is out in the back of Austin Hill, the number 21. Looks like there could be some fluid, some oil, maybe some water coming out of the back of that car. But to see if there's any issues with him.
That's one way to keep the competition going. That's what else like that oil slick, absolutely.
Just wreck the field behind you, right?
Ryan Sieg's got, it's a little bit different. We saw Sheldon Creed backing up and trying to generate a run. I don't see that same thing happening with Ryan Sieg. See if he can generate a run. Creed's not going to be content. He's going to pull out a line once he can generate a little bit of a run. Or as you see on the bottom, the blue car, the number is it 26? If he can get a little bit of a run, Creed might pull that. You want to time that out so you have a little bit of momentum. You can see they're all kind of checking up right there as the draft is working.
Toyota's trying to mount a charge in that.
Oh! Sanchez is the first one out of it. Nick Sanchez out.
Very similar to what we saw in the
Caution.
first race as they're checking up.
Sanchez
I'm just here to say,
out.
like, every time you see a car swarm, it's because there's a little bit of impact from behind. Creed got into him just a little bit too hard and got him turned into the fence.
And to your point, what they were all trying to do is sort of control the run there and be able to drop down and create that run that they wanted as the bottom lane was forced out of the racetrack a little bit, and Sheldon just got back into the back of Nick Sanchez in a way that he couldn't control it.
The wheel and caution lights are on. Wheel and the official warning lights of NASCAR and America's most trusted manufacturer of emergency lights and sirens. Another rookie with damage in this race. They have felt the
Sheldon Creed in the 00 pink and blue car. He's going to get into the back of the 48 orange car right in front of him. It's not that much contact, but as Parker said, you're vulnerable right there. You really want to get into somebody just on the exit of the corner, then generate that push all the way down the straightaway. Hitting him on the edge of the corner is not good, but he maybe was getting a little bit too much of a push from just Allgaier right there who was behind him.
Just creating the runs, and you just want to keep pushing right here. And it's also sort of the angle you hit. If you hit them a little bit too far to the left, that upsets the car. And right at that point, at the entry of the corner, it's just the toughest. I did the same to Austin Hill at Talladega at the end of last year. Spun him out without barely even touching him because the cars are so light at that point of time. And this is just a mistimed bump trap that you just, you know, it happens in this racing because you're pushing. You're being.
This is such a great example of how light the back of the car is on entry.
Wins
It's hard
stage
to explain
two.
the corner.
Stage 1 and 2 goes to
Stage 2
Austin
going to
Hill.
end under caution. Get out the broom. The sweep today for Austin Hill. Going for his 4th consecutive victory at Daytona in a season opener. Seeing Creed Allgaier tops in your top 5 at the end of the second stage, and here is what brought out the yellow. One's been a story of the night.
Yeah, but just compare the front tire to the rear tire. You see how dull the front tire is. If you look at
how
the rear tire,
oily.
it looks like it's been the detail shop. And that's